Hello, you wonderful fifth graders. We are on to our next lesson, and that one is going to be lesson 87. It is the one just after the one we did yesterday. So lesson 87 is in your math book starting on page 565. So turn in your book to 565 and take a look at what the title is on there. Page 565. Do you see that it says the title is Using Manipulatives and Sketches to Divide Fractions. Since you're at home, you probably don't have good manipulatives there to use, and so we're going to be using the sketching part a lot. You're good at doing the sketching, and if you by chance have your little fraction set that you have, the little fraction pieces we've cut out, you could be using those. I have most of them in my little rolling bin, so I don't think many of you have them. So you're going to become very good sketchers today. So what we're doing is we are dividing fractions, which seems like it's complicated, but it's not. It's going to make sense to you. Today is just with drawing pictures. So turn in your page to the next page, 566, and it shows us some pictures of a pizza on there. For this assignment, you're going to be asked how many fractions of a certain size fit into a bigger piece. So it's dividing it. You know how if we had, let's just use a non-fraction example. If we said I have 6 pizzas, and I divide 6 divided by 2, right? I would divide it into groups of 2, and the answer would be 3, right? Because I can fit 2, let me say that again. I can fit 3 groups of, I can fit 3 groups of 2. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. Now think of it this way. What if I said I have 1/2 and I need to divide it by 1/8? Okay? So I'm going to draw my big half circle. There's my half. I need to divide it. Think how we did this here. We divided in groups of 2. I'm going to divide this into groups of 1/8. So if you think about, there's 1/4, there is 1/8, there is 1/8, there is 1/8, and there is 1/8. Because if you think about it this way, there would be my 4 other eighths. But we're just dividing the half that's in red into groups of 8ths. Okay? How many 8ths fit in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer is 1/2 divided by 8 equals, divided by 1/8, did I say that? 1/2 divided by 1/8 equals 4. Do you see how that works? Not so bad, huh? Take a look at the example. What we did was what was on page 566. Look at example 2 on page 567. It says divide 3/4 by 1/4. Okay? So if I have 3/4, oh, that's a hard one to draw. 3/4, well, let me draw that in green. 3/4, and I want to divide it into 1/4. Well, here is 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. So 3/4 divided by 1/4 equals how many? Do you see? 1, 2, 3. 3. Make sense? Okay, there's one more example they give us. Easy one. 1 divided by 1/3. Well, if we have 1 and we divide it into groups that are size 1/3, there we go. We have 1/3 there, 1/3 there, 1/3 there. So 1 divided by 1/3 equals how many? How many do we have? 1, 2, 3 equals 3. Pretty simple, huh? So your assignment today is going to be doing the lesson practice A through F And what you're going to do is make sketches for A and B to show how many times, like A says, how many 1/6 are there in 1/2. You're going to have to make a sketch just like we did right here. You make your own sketch of that. And then on C, D, E, and F, you're going to go ahead and do the dividing and see if you can find the answer. It says, see if you can do it mentally. Like for C, it says 2/3 divided by 2/3. Well, how many times would a 2/3 go into a 2/3? One time, okay? So you're gonna just be thinking that through. Draw pictures if you need to. Don't hesitate to draw pictures because pictures are gonna help it make sense, okay? So you need to do page 568, and you're doing A through F, and then, just like we've been doing, you're going to be doing the worksheet for lesson 87, and you have 1 through 8 on there as well. And part of it, the pictures on there for you to finish sketching out piece sizes, okay? Little pieces in there. And then you have finding the quotients 5 through 8, where you're trying to do it mentally if you can, but if you need to draw a picture, go ahead and do it for that. So that's what your assignment is today. You are using sketches to show dividing fractions. Okay, have fun. Let me know if you have any questions.